Hi friends, in this video we are going to talk about an important concept called as identity in one's exam preparation. Okay, so in previous video we had already talked about something called as goal versus strategy. So if you have not watched that particular video, you can kindly watch and listen to it, what the information is conveyed there. Okay, so with this idea, now let's assume that we have two students, let's say A and other student B. Okay, they are friends, they work together, and the goal is going to be a common one. Okay, let it be getting some good score in their board examination, or joining some good institute like AIMS or NIT, engineering institutes like NIT, IIT, whatever be it. Okay, they have got a common goal. Friends, to achieve this goal, what is required here is something called as outcome. Okay, outcome, or we can also call this as performance, and usually the performance is expected in terms of marks. Okay, which means that the person who has got a good mark will help him to reach towards their goal. Okay, whatever be it. Now, considering student A and student B, A has got good performance, that is good mark, so it is easy for him to reach the particular goal, whereas it is not the case with student B. Okay, the performance is not that good, so it is very difficult for him to reach the particular goal. Now, if you trace out the reason for this, the reason is here he had a good strategy. Okay, that is the study methodology is what we mean by strategy, whereas here the strategy is not that satisfactory with respect to the student B. Okay, now when we go beyond this, when we dig deeper into this, the question is why student A had got a good strategy. You can see many people, especially people who have scoring good, they would not have any pressure from their parents or their mentors, to keep poking them to prepare. They do everything on their own. Okay, which means that they have a good strategy without any external pressure. They are self-motivated person, whereas here the strategy is not good, thereby there is a dip in performance. Now here the question is, what makes a student A to have a good strategy and why is not the case with student B? The reason here is a concept called as identity. Okay, what is an identity here? An identity is something what a student or what a person is meant for. What is his ideology? Okay, what system that he believes, whether that particular identity syncs with the goal that he plans for. Right? Say for example, if student A who is not at all interested in doing a medicine, okay, he cannot perform well something towards his NEET exam because he doesn't have a proper identity. Say let's take a good example here. I always admire Sachin Tendulkar, who is my favorite cricketer till now. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar is a kind of sports person. Okay, a well motivated, well disciplined sports person that had made him to reach greater heights in cricket. Okay, the reason is he had a proper strategy, practice and everything, and the reason for him to have a proper strategy is his identity. He wants to become a sports person, he believes in cricket, he loves cricket, he wants to hit the ground and do practice. I'm pretty sure neither his parents nor his mentor would have had a tough time in making Tendulkar to have a good practice, right? Maybe if we had, considering that if Tendulkar had a preparation towards his competitive exams, let's assume, I'm not sure whether he would have reached this heights as he had seen in cricket field. Right? See, this is what is termed as an identity, friends. So if you are aligned with your belief system towards the particular goal, automatically you will have a good strategy, automatically your outcome will be good, and that takes you towards your goal without any efforts. Here actually the students start enjoying the study process actually without any much of difficulty. Okay, though difficulty is going to be part and parcel of any process, but they don't really feel it, right? Whereas in students B, the identity is not aligned with the goal for any reason, right? He doesn't believe in hard working or having a proper strategy. Thereby, obviously, the performance will dip. Most of the students, okay, who struggles to get some good performance in their exam, whatever exam, it could be this particular case where there is some shift or misalignment in their identity. And the second thing that I have to see here is, in many students whom I interact, when I ask them what made them to start preparing for any exam, especially in the NEET JEE competitive field, they say that they are influenced by their parents. Okay, and if you are influenced by the parents and you don't have a proper identity here, obviously you are pressured to have a proper strategy. When you do it something with pressure, obviously the outcome will not be that great. So the extent of reaching to the goal will be very, very less. So this I could see. And another case I could bring here is, many students see the outcome of his peers or his senior, and they try to get influence. They start working again. That will be for a short period of time, okay, because he is influenced by the others' performance without having any change in their identity. So friends, the take home message is, once a student has got a proper identity, the personality which is aligned towards that particular goal, that makes him to have a proper strategy, and obviously the outcome will be great. Okay, so the ease with which he reaches the goal will be good. And if this is not going to be the case, then obviously he struggles a lot. That's going to be a tough time for both the teachers as well as the parents, and obviously the performance is not going to be that great. So the extent of ease with which the students reaches the goal will be less. So obviously he ends up in a depression or whatever be it. That's what we see in present day world, right? And before I wind up, any great achievers, right, from Abdul Kalam sir, anyone, if you see, if they have reached greater heights, it is that their identity would have really be matching with their destination that he has reached. Okay, so this is something important that I want to share with you. See you in another interesting video. Thanks for watching.